Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning for me. And excuse my appearance. I haven't shaved. I kind of wanted to jump on here and do this because I'm just wasn't really sure if, in fact, I wanted to do this. I'm not being cryptic. There's a lot going on in my head. So I'm going to give it a little bit more time for folks to jump on before I get into this. Thank you guys so much for jumping in. Um, I have some news that I'd like to share, and I thought that I'd do that this morning. Um, so come on in. Thank you guys so much for jumping on with no notice. And please bear with me. I was hospitalized um, last March for a number of issues. One of which was severe abdominal pain, which I've been dealing with off and on for some time. And just a nagging pain that would come and go. What's going on? What is this? Took a look at my diet, tried to make some adjustments, but the pain wouldn't go away. So went to the ER and I was admitted, evaluated, spent a few days in the hospital. Some of you may know about some of that. I think I've shared a little bit in the past. Anyway, so that was last March, the last time I was in the hospital for a few days. One of the things my doctors wanted me to do, as far as trying to understand what was going on, was to go get a colonoscopy done. And I highly encourage all of you out there to do that if you haven't done it. You guys are smarter than me, so you've probably already have done multiple colonoscopies. I waited way after 50 to get my first colonoscopy done. So I finally had my colon, and I know I'm all over the place, and I apologize. Maybe I'll go back and edit this, and hopefully make it make sense at some point. But please bear with me, those of you who are here. So my colonoscopy was scheduled a couple of different times and was canceled. Remember, I was hospitalized in March. The first colonoscopy was scheduled in September. September. Um, was not able to make that because um, I got sick and I wasn't able to go get the procedure done. March, September. So didn't do it in September. So it got rescheduled to December. I use the VA as my primary healthcare insurance. So December, I get a call saying that my authorization for the colonoscopy had expired, um, and that it needed to be reauthorized. Oh, another delay. Now I'm pushed to January 27th. So March last year, finally get my colonoscopy done last Saturday. So, like I was saying, I'm writing in and I'm trying to avoid thinking about this pain in my abdomen and what I'm about to go through. It's finally happening. I'm going to get my colonoscopy. We get there, and people are very professional, and we roll in, and they drug you up. By the way, the prep, as many of you know, for that thing is just, um, I, I would say the prep for the colonoscopy wasn't terrible. Yeah, it was. It was terrible. Some nasty tasting stuff. But I did the prep. I drank the whole thing and stayed attached to the restroom. So I'm in there and I'm laying in the procedure room waiting for my GI doc to come in. He comes in, it's a very sterile environment, obviously. And he goes, "Good morning, how you feeling?" I'm like, "I just want to get this done. Let's go." And he goes, "All right, I'm kind of in and out because I'm already drugged." So I'm like, "Yeah, let's just get this done." He goes, "Okay." So he gets started. He's doing his thing. And at some point, um, I'm, you know, looking at the monitor. I don't remember whether or not I was prompted to look at the monitor because I wasn't really interested in looking at the monitor. My eyes were closed. But at some point, at a critical juncture in this procedure, I'm looking at the screen. And the first words out of my mouth was, "Is that a tumor?" Is that a tumor? I'm sure I had slob coming down my mouth. Um, I have a healthcare background, and what I saw, I knew wasn't supposed to be there. Is that a tumor? Yeah. The doctor goes, so the nurse, she's being very comforting. She's holding my hand at this point, which is, yeah, that gave me some indication. so, so the doc says, he was reluctant to say tumor, right? I get it. He's not going to call it a tumor until um, he knows, in fact, what it is. But he said, well, that's going to have to come out. It's not a polyp. And we're going to have to take that out. You're going to have surgery. And that's all I remember from that point. I must have just, gone back under the influence of whatever drugs they pumped me full of. Um, um, yeah. So the next thing I remember is being wheeled out. You guys know the drill, back into the recovery area. And I'm laying there thinking, did that just happen? Did he just tell me that I have a mass in my colon that needs to be removed? Did that just happen? Did we have that conversation just now? The nurse walks out and she's like, how you feeling? She's taking my blood pressure. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not feeling too good. Um, I'm not feeling too good. She goes, so here's the deal. Um, we need to move quick, and you'll be hearing from us from the office within the next couple of days. And so that was that. A colonoscopy procedure, well, a positive colonoscopy procedure. There was something there that obviously shouldn't be there, that is not a polyp. The doctor refers to it as a mass. And of course, biopsies were taken. And so the procedure happened on Saturday. And I went back in yesterday to review the results and, that part of it. So my appointment to review the results of my colonoscopy happened yesterday at like 2 p.m. And, my wife and I are sitting there in the waiting room, and just it's like, wow, this is where I'm at. Sitting in my doctor's office, about to go over the results of my colonoscopy. So we go in to his office finally, And we're sitting there, and he looks at me and he goes, "Well, you do have cancer." Um, you have you have cancer, and it's on the right side of your colon. Um, Pretty close to your liver, and that's that. Um, the plan now is to get you to see a surgeon, a colorectal surgeon, um, as soon as possible. So, of course, in my head, shoot, I already knew. I mean, when I sat there and looked at the screen, and he said it was a mass. It's not supposed to be there. It wasn't something I swallowed, you know, that got stuck in there. So you know, um, I knew that obviously, you know, that was a very distinct possibility. And now a very real reality. And so, after he gives me the news, we're sitting there. And my first question is, after about a minute or so, now, of course, my wife is like this. Um, and I'm like, okay, Doc. So you've seen a lot of stuff. Um, I'm like that guy. I'm like, you know what? Let's write just, you know, I, I wanted him to reassure me that my case was not the worst he'd seen. you know, I wanted him to reassure me that, yeah, you got cancer, but it's small. I was looking for something to hold on to. He was very nice, but very professional, very direct. He was like, look, I've had many people come into this office and sit in that same chair that you're sitting in with far worse stuff going on inside of them than I saw in you. Um, he went on to say, I've had patients with multiple confirmed tumors. You only have one, 5 centimeters. Um, and he said, I know there's a lot going through your head right now, but here's the deal. Um, we got to get you to see a surgeon ASAP. So that's probably going to happen sometime early next week. Well, prior to meeting with the surgeon, I got to go get a CT scan done. Um, I did blood work yesterday. They're scheduling me for a CT scan of my abdomen and chest area. Um, because obviously the colonoscopy is only going to pick up what's in your colon, right? Um, so the CT scan will look at other places. Um, so at this point, oh, it's way sunk in as I'm sitting there. All right, we're talking about scheduling a CT scan to look at my liver and other places. Um, yeah, it just everything just happened so fast. A lot to take in. Um, I almost didn't want to leave his office. Let's go over those results again. Are you sure you have the right file? The last name is spelt. uh, yeah. So this YouTube family has been, a really important part of my existence for over 2 years, almost 3 years now here. And I just thought that I'd jump on here and share this with you guys. In kind of a selfish way, I'm hoping, you know, that in talking about this, I can get something out of it by sharing it, by being open about it, by allowing myself to be as vulnerable as as I can be, because I am at this point. So after colonoscopy, you know, and we're done there, first thing I do, after we go schedule with the front desk, the CT scan and the blood stuff, I go outside and it's a cold, overcast, rainy day. January 27th. I'm sorry. No, February 1st. That's the office visit. Um, call my mom, who's in Florida. Um, and I'm like, so, trying to be as, you know, um, so I called her and I'm like, it's confirmed. It's not a mass anymore. It's in fact a tumor, mom. I have cancer. And her first question was, what stage is it? And how are you? A lot of questions coming at me at the same. She was probably, more nervous and freaked out than I was. But she was trying to maintain her calm as well. She was like, healthcare background as well, my mom. Um, so, the way this thing works regarding the staging is, you don't really get staging till after surgery. They have to go in. He told me they would need to remove all of my right colon. So the right side has to come out, all of it. Um, um, don't know if a colostomy is going to be indicated yet. Don't know. But so my mom and I had that conversation. Talked to the kids, well, texted with the kids, talked with the kids. Um, and so that was my day yesterday, February 1st, 2024. Happy New Year, PJ. Um, so came home. Well, it was an interesting ride home. Well, let me rewind a little bit. So this is funny. So I got off the phone with my mom. I walk outside, right? So I done with the consultation with the doc. I go outside. It's dark, rainy, cold. I'm talking to my mom. Then I go back in to finish up some paperwork. And immediately you hear, "You're gonna be fine. Everything's gonna be okay." The shit people supposed to say, right? Nobody's gonna go, "Well, it was nice knowing you, man." Oh, you're gonna be fine. We're praying for you. And I appreciate that. I do. I do. But enough with the "you're gonna be fine" already stuff. That is not what I want to hear. Don't want to hear that I'm gonna be fine because nobody knows whether I'm gonna be fine or not. And that's the truth, right? Yeah, I don't no, not gonna be okay. My they're taking out my colon. They're taking out my, the right side of my colon. So anyway, well, what do you do? I'm not going to tell them. I was, you know, well, thank you, that kind of thing. Um, all right, so now we're leaving. My wife and I. We get into the Jeep and sit there for a minute. I was driving. I had to because I just needed to. Um, so I'm sitting there, my hands on the steering wheel. Um, I wouldn't say I was in disbelief because ain't nothing special about me. Cancer strikes. It, as you guys know, it is no respecter of man. Um, whether you have a family history or not, right? Um, if cancer sets up shop, if it wants to set up shop, that's what it's going to do. And it's open for business in my colon. It is. That has been confirmed. Um, so I take 3 deep breaths as I'm holding on to the steering wheel. One of the things I do to attempt to kind of, okay, I need to drive now, you know? Okay. It is what it is, right? And I'm like, okay. Hey, babe, what do you want to do for lunch? I swear to God. Gotta eat, right? I'll be damned if cancer stops me from eating. I'll be damned. So my wife laughed. She's like, what do you want to eat? You know the drill. I'm like, no, you choose. What do you want to eat? I'm the one with cancer now, so I get to, you know what I'm saying? That thing. Uh, so we go have sushi. We do. We go have sushi. Who decided on that? She did. She did. And I was fine with it. Because the truth is, um, we got to live our lives, right? Regardless of whatever. Yeah, I know I'm rambling. Regardless of whatever, you got to live. You definitely got to eat. Um, yeah, we had sushi. Yeah. So, family, I just thought that, I'd jump on here and share this with. Give me 1 second. Somebody's at my gate. Hola, ¿cómo están? Qué bueno que no. Ramón, ¿cómo está? Qué bueno. Momentito. Life goes on. So the roofers are here to look at the roof. And I'm going to go take care of that. Um, but first, I am going to look at some of these comments. Thank you guys for letting me just, share. So, as the journey I did not want to have. Who wants to have it? And I know some of you out there have dealt with it. Everybody has in one way or the other, right? So, um, next week, I'm going to go have the CAT scan and also meet with a colorectal surgeon in San Diego. Um, Obviously, we need to move quick Um, and so that's the plan, right? Um, Obviously, so the surgery is the next big thing that'll happen. A hemicolectomy, hemi half colectomy. They're removing half my colon. And at that point, sometime after surgery, after the lab has had an opportunity to, do the histology, look at the tissues and stuff, and along with the scans, if the disease has spread outside of the colon, for instance, into my liver, um, and depending on how involved the actual tumor is, then they will, grade it. If it's outside of the colon, um, radiation, chemotherapy will be involved. If I'm fortunate enough to where it's just localized, um, we were able to catch the tumor in time, cut it out. Obviously, that's what we're hoping for. Then, obviously, that's kind of what I'm hoping for. Obviously, um, so yeah, that's where I'm at. So yeah, this wasn't planned. I just jumped on here and just really wanted to share. But now I got to go deal with the people who are going to fix my roof because life goes on. Second opinion. So I'm looking at the at some of the comments here. Have you gotten a second opinion or considered non-conventional natural healing therapies from? I haven't had time to consider anything. There's a tumor growing inside of me. It's confirmed it's cancer. Um, I'm not up on my cancer stuff. I'm being told it needs to come out now. So I really have not had time to consider anything. I mean, maybe I should, and maybe that's something that I will consider. Maybe. Um, but thanks for the comment. Um, my beautiful young daughter Salona is here. Hey Soul, Cynthia is in here. She's also another one of my beautiful daughters. Hey Sin. Do they know I'll be out there in a few minutes, right? Okay. I'm finishing up. Okay. Um, my aunt had a colon cancer and she's going great. 5 years clear. Thank you so much for the positive words, Julie. Um, thank you to everyone. Um, Thank you, Robin. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the positive words. I appreciate it. Um, Thank you, Amanda. I appreciate your prayers and your good wishes. My firstborn, stay strong, Dad. We love you and need you. We are fighting with you. Thank you so much. Love you, Charnelli. Thank you for the kind words, Bob. Ain't no step for the stepper. Lori, please watch a lot of funny stuff and laugh. Super good for our bodies to laugh. You're so right about that. I hope to maintain whatever sense of humor I may have. Um, yeah, again, you're going to be doing your colonoscopy here pretty soon. Again, I waited. I should have done this sooner, but again, I'm not looking back. It is what it is. Um, thank all of you for listening. This is the journey I didn't want to have, but here we are. I will keep you informed. It's all new to me. See you guys when I see you. Thank you so much. Bye.